and Imre is the director at the Institute of Sociology at the Hungarian Academy of Science, and his topic is organic farming in new member states, state of play and future perspectives, so that we get a kind of overview where we are when we do this discussion. Imre, it's your...
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am a sociologist who always look for major tendencies, models, and so. And this and that fact that I have only 12 minutes to speak makes me some difficulties to explain everything what I would like to say to you today. So, how I can, yeah. My presentation consists of 3 parts. First, on the dynamics of organic farming in the new member state. Second, something on the limits of development here. And at the end, some more not so pessimistic view on the future prospect. First, I think it doesn't work. How can I manage?
Now it works. It works.
Okay. Okay. I stress here that the origins of organic farming that was much before the fall of the socialist regime. I must underline this because that may highlight one of the main characters of the organic farming, that is the multifunctionality. In that time, before the fall of the socialist regimes, that has a multifunctional character. That was a way of resistance. That was some kind of value orientation, not simply an economic action. And here I gave one example case of historical development of organic production in Poland. You may say that starts something in the early time of the 20th century till the 2009 new law on organic farming and implementing EU regulation. That is a long story and successful story. The second example case, that is from Hungary, when the Biocultura Club who host this conference, that was established still in 1983, long time ago. That is also a long story, and that is no time to explain every steps of that. But the organic farming sector that was so successful and dynamic here, what is its place in the organic world? That is some information about from 2004 and the stable present the land use in the organic farming. And I don't know how much it visible that it is, that the new member state, Czech Republic or Hungary or the others, that is in the first column, in the leading countries. And the second table, that is on the number of farms. That is when the new member state take the same position. Somewhere around the middle or the average size of lands and so. And what are the evaluation of the dynamics from 2009? One says that in Europe over 13% of agricultural land in Austria is organic, 11% in Switzerland, 9% in Italy, Czech Republic, and Estonia. So new member states are amongst the leading countries which has successful organic farming. Another evaluation, Helga Willer, a leading expert, wrote that a substantial relative increases in many Eastern and Southern Eastern European countries has taken place from 2007 to 2009. And another evaluation on the crop field organic farming. The countries demonstrating the largest growth in area include Lithuania, Romania, Czech Republic, Austria, and the United Kingdom. Altogether, approximately 100,000 hectares more were available. 18% of this growth took place in the Baltic state and in Poland. So asking if it's a dynamic sector in the new member state, we may give a clear answer. It is. And this table closes the first section of my presentation. Some figures from some new member states on organic farming. So Estonia and Czech Republic and Slovakia are the leading countries if you take the organic farming percent in the total agricultural area. While Poland, Romania and other countries show a quite rapid development in the last 2-3 years. And we may ask, if there is so dynamic, are there any limits? Are there problems around the organic farming? There are many. First, limit of development. That is limits in agriculture, in agricultural development. That the way of restructurization of agriculture after 1990. That is the land property structure, which is very contradictory. There are so rapid concentration of land use and production and so many mini farms everywhere in the new member state agriculture. And that meets with unstable land property everywhere, still unstable land property. And finally, a rapidly decreasing number of farmers everywhere, and aging, question and problem of aging. It doesn't help the organic agriculture. Next set of limits, that is the market questions. Weaker local or national consumers' demand for organic products comparing to the old European member states. And urban and high middle classes, who are conventionally the consumers of organic production, show a rising interest in our countries, but the supply for the demands that is rather sporadic. Solvency, price sensibility, that is also some kind of market limit of the organic production in the new member states. And the set of problems of multinational supplier companies that are present everywhere. A missing short food chain, what I listed here next, and the production for international markets, countries by country, 60 or 80% go to the non-home markets. And finally, less and less local market and direct producer-consumers link. Next set of limits, that is society and urban and rural relation. High rural population has a double-faced character from the viewpoint of organic farming. And from one hand, when the rural population is high, consequently, the number of consumers for organic production is lower, because rural people can produce food for their own consumption. The massive unemployment that is also present in all countries, also a fact which doesn't have the rapid development of ecological production. A self-supplying and semi-subsistent farming, which is still a strong tradition everywhere, also means that people, households or other individuals produce their own food. They don't need to buy organic production from the market or from the so-called professional producers. And finally, a strong structural limit, what I summarized in the last item of this dia, these quite contradictory social processes. When de-agriculturalization and de-peasantization have occurred in the last 2 decades in our countries, that was the same story like in the West. But the deruralization, what means in that context a decreasing of number of rural population, it is not a characteristic social trend in the Eastern countries. That means that we live in some kind of post-industrial world, but there are much less potential consumers for the biological production.